The meetings in Srinagar were attended by the Honorable Governor and a large number of officials from various organizations and the central and state governments. In the review of development programs, the focus was on improving the lives of the common man. The entire discussion centered over people-centric development in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The review covered a wide range of issues connected with improving the economic condition of the people in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, providing them with employment and livelihood opportunities, providing them the benefit of social security schemes, and raising their incomes. The review included, among others, good governance, accelerating development, strengthening the panchayat and municipal system, fast-tracking the implementation of the Prime Minister's development package, building first-rate infrastructure, promoting inclusive growth for all communities, promoting balanced regional development with special emphasis on employment generation, and finally reaching out to the youth of the state. The Union Home Minister's focus was primarily on ensuring that the benefits of growth and development reach the poorest of the poor. I repeat, to ensure that the benefits of development reach the poorest of the poor. He asked the state government to focus on better and more efficient implementation of development schemes so that corruption and leakages are plugged and citizens get the intended benefits. After a very detailed review and a presentation in which all the officials who were present in the room spoke, the Home Minister gave a large number of directions on many issues, a few of which were covered yesterday, but most of them were not covered yesterday in the press briefing. The Home Minister directed that the state government should ensure that old age, disability and widow pensions reach all those entitled to these in a timely manner. There should be a quick scrutiny of all eligible people who are left out and ensure that they are included. The central government will ensure additional funds are provided so that all those who are eligible for old age, widow and disability pension get their due benefit. The Home Minister also directed that the dairy and animal husbandry sector, which has great potential in the state, be promoted. He directed that the state should work towards signing an MOU with Amul or Mother Dairy and create a program for ensuring that Jammu and Kashmir becomes surplus in this sector. This is a sector whose benefits would flow even to small households. He also mentioned that the poultry sector has great potential, with the state already importing large volumes of poultry products. The state should create schemes for improving the poultry sector, as this sector improves livelihoods of the poorest. The central government would support efforts in this direction. The handloom and handicraft sector is one of the brightest spots on Jammu and Kashmir's economic landscape. The potential in this has not been fully captured. He directed that the state should take help of the Khadi and Village Industries, MSME and Textiles departments of the central government to improve nearly 40 various spheres in this sector. The growth of this sector also would increase employment and livelihoods of the poor households, including in Srinagar city. The state should also ensure that the newly established panchayats and urban local body system takes very deep roots and establishes itself as the third tier of government. There should be a drive to ensure that panchayats and urban local bodies spend the funds given to them. These funds run into thousands of crores, and ensuring their proper utilization would benefit the people of the state. He has been meeting people from different backgrounds, and one of the groups that met them was from the Gujar and Bakarwal community. The Home Minister directed that there are many socially disadvantaged groups in the state, such as Pahadis, Gujars, Bakarwals, and other weaker sections. It felt that the reservation benefits extended to them should be implemented vigorously, and no posts in these classes should fall vacant. The state government should also take steps to ensure that the newly created Anti-Corruption Bureau focuses on cases of rampant corruption by the high and mighty. Women being the key to any development process, they need to be at the center of all programs. He directed that the state should work in this direction so that women can get better employment opportunities and livelihoods. Similarly, the state should prepare a program for reaching out to the youth who are highly skilled, such as MBBS doctors, engineers, MBAs, etc., and do not have gainful employment or livelihood. Some steps would be taken in this direction in future. He also asked and felt that the state officers should be fully sensitive towards balanced development of all the three regions of the state, Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh. I will now ask Special Secretary Internal Security.
Good afternoon. Yesterday, we had given a brief on the preparations and the review with respect to Shri Amarnath Ji Yatra. The Honorable Home Minister reiterated that all security agencies to be fully alert and take all preventive steps to ensure violence-free Yatra. He laid emphasis that there should be no laxity in the enforcement of the standard operating procedures and the senior officers to continuously supervise all the arrangements. It was also reiterated that forces should ensure best possible use of the latest technologies and in particular focus upon anti-sabotage, anti-subversion and the access control procedures. Today morning, he took review of the overall security scenario of the state and the major focal points which emerged. Number one, there should be zero tolerance towards terrorism and the terrorists. There should be continued strict action against terror funding. The rule of law should be enforced at all the costs. The Union Home Minister praised the work of JK Police in countering terrorism and militancy and directed that the state government should commemorate the martyrdom of its policemen in their hometowns and villages in a very appropriate manner each year. Prominent public places should also be named after martyred policemen. The Union Home Minister, Shri Amit Shah, further added that he would review periodically the performance of the state on multiple fronts.
Just one sentence in the end. The entire focus of the Home Minister's visit has been on three issues. First is to ensure that the poorest of poor get the benefit of all welfare schemes run by Government of India. There are over 350 of them which are focused on individuals. The second was the arrangements for the Amarnath Yatra and to ensure that security arrangements are beefed up so that the Yatra is conducted successfully. And if necessary, there will be further tightening in the arrangements. The third area of focus has been the hard work put in by the J&K Police and other security forces in improving the security scenario in the state. And he also praised the contribution of the policemen of J&K Police who laid down their lives for a larger cause. With these, I thank you. Thank you all. There will be no questions and answers. Thank you.
So Jammu Kashmir Chief Secretary briefing the media about the important deliverables as far as Home Minister Amit Shah's two-day visit to Jammu Kashmir is considered. This is coming ahead of Amarnath Yatra, which is going to start on 1st of July. And the Chief Secretary of the Jammu and Kashmir also stating that Amit Shah, the Home Minister, remember this is his maiden visit after assuming the portfolio of Home Minister of Jammu and Kashmir to the valley. And he also took stock of not only security scenario, but also the ensuing developmental projects as well. Zina joining us on phone line. Inclusive growth in Kashmir Valley. That is also one of the important message, or perhaps, Zinat, over to you, one of the important takeaways of Amit Shah's Kashmir visit, Jammu Kashmir visit.
Biggest news point that is making headlines at present is that the Home Minister has emphasized that the route should be named after the martyrs of the JNK police and the other security agencies, because that will be given that act will definitely give a proper homage to the policemen who usually loses their life in anti-militancy operations. The second takeaway from the press brief that was headed by Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam was that he focused that the schemes that are there from the government of India, that the poorest of poor should be benefited from all those schemes. And the third point that was taken from the press brief was the Yatra. The focus of Yatra should be there to all senior officials should be monitoring they should themselves monitor the situation on ground. The Yatra should be peacefully, should take off and also should conclude peacefully. So, and the other sectors that will be benefited during this, that will be benefited from the Home Minister's brief was like that there should be the focus on the poultry, there should be the focus on the dairy has a lot of potential, the handicraft has a lot of potential. Also the skilled youth, like who are coming from the NBA or the NDPS skilled youth, the program should be devised in such a manner that will help to gain the proper employment from them. So these are the pointers that were taken from the press brief, though the press brief was headed by the Chief Secretary of the State, BVR Subramaniam. But at the same time, the Chief Secretary has pointed out that the Home Minister has cleared the directions that there should be a zero tolerance for terror and whosoever for anti-militancy operations. He has praised Jammu and Kashmir police.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Zinat, for those inputs.